Ladies and gentlemen, Six Fig Stock Trader here on YouTube, folks. I took the day off from CKB because there just wasn't a whole lot going on. Yes, the market was kind of in the dumps a little bit, but price wasn't suffering a hell of a whole lot. So with that said, we are going to really break CKB down now that these events have kind of slowed down. And this is all subject to change pending what Bitcoin does. So before we get into this, check me out on Twitter at Real6Fig. I have 1,420 followers right now. And this is where I'm always dropping charts, upcoming videos, live streams, things I find interesting, especially around Nervos Network and some other coins like Voyager and whatnot. So back to the charts. You know, this sideways trading really isn't surprising me a heck of a whole lot. Like I said, after we had this run up, we were trading way too far away from the Ichimoku cloud to make another run up. I was saying, folks, we need to consolidate sideways, and it's somewhat tough to consolidate in a straight line. So the fact that we're seeing a little giving here take place, we're seeing some of these paper hands really kind of flake out, doesn't surprise me. And we are seeing somewhat of a very similar pattern here. We had this nice spike up in price. We had a little 4 or 5 day period where price kind of cooled off, spiked up again, cooled off, and then you can kind of see where this went from there. And we can kind of see the same thing that happened here. So I am thinking that, you know, over the next couple days, I've been saying for a while now that November 17th is possibly going to be an important day in the market for every coin, for that matter. It's definitely one of those things where we were seeing these patterns squeeze and suggest that, you know, the 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th were going to be an important days for crypto in general. So my prediction is that we may in fact see CKB just kind of wander over and maybe kind of bounce off the shoulder of this Ichimoku cloud to head and advance upwards. So this is just a guess, not financial or trading advice, but let's really look at this on a 1 hour chart. And so what I can almost see here from this point to this point is maybe an opportunity for a Gartley pattern to possibly exist. And what we are going to do is measure this out to see if where point D is. I'm looking for the 127% level, and it's going to possibly be right down in this area. So with that said, let's throw up our Gartley pattern here. This will be A. I'm going to throw B right here and throw C here, and we don't know where D is. So I'm just going to put it like down here somewhere. Excuse me. So with that said, what we need to do now is pull up our Fibonacci, measure from A down to X right here. And what we're looking for is this little Goldilocks zone where price action came up and messed around with the 61.8. Pretty much up to the 786. You could technically see price action rise up to A, but not any higher than A. So that is one rule of thumb that you must observe when running a Gartley. And another thing that we got to do here is try to figure out where this price action stands in Fibonacci retracement. So we're going to measure X to A. And this is exactly what I want to see, is price action coming down and messing with the 61.8, but not really going lower than the 786. I'm going to just change this to a yellow box. I'm going to change this to a yellow box so we can just kind of see it stand out a little bit longer. So with that said, now comes the time to really measure where D is. And D is where a predictive reversal point might be. So we'll measure from B up to A, and TradingView is being really slow right now. I do apologize. And so you can see this 127% level is right down here, right exactly where we thought it could possibly be. So this might signal that there is, in fact, some sort of reversal that could be taking place right now with the market. This is not financial or trading advice. Again, this is just wild speculation for the most part. But I do think that right now, CKB could be sitting in a good position to possibly move to the next level. And let's just do this once. I'm kind of interested in seeing some of these trend lines here. I don't know where that came from, but let's just go ahead. And I mean, if you look at this, we can see that from September 28th, price action has moved up, come into this trend line. And so it does make sense that we might be getting a bounce theoretically off of this trend line here. So if you see CKB kind of wander down to this 0.022 level or go lower, there might be some cause for concern there. But with that said, I do think that right now, even though, yes, CKB is looking bad, we might in fact be seeing some more upward movement, hopefully in the coming days. And this is all really contingent on Bitcoin and things like that. So with that said, we're hoping to maybe get a little bit of a bounce, maybe to just squeeze a little bit closer to this cloud. That would be nice to see this thing really kind of run up. We can kind of see in previous run-ups, there was this, a similar trend line, and then it just completely disobeyed all laws of physics and TA and just mooned. So with that said, folks, I do think CKB, like I said, we'll have to just keep our eyes on this once a day to see where this is going. I'm hoping we see a nice spinning top formation at the end of this candle. It closes in 21 more hours and we'll get our next candle. So we really do kind of have to play the waiting game at this point just to see what is going on. So if you didn't check out my last video I did, I am mining Saya coin. You should go check it out. And I am using the Gold Shell CK box to do that. So, I'm sorry, the Gold Shell HS box to do that. So, big shout out to all the Patreons. I do appreciate each and every single one of you. If you'd like to get your name, YouTube channel name, or business name up on this banner, it's $3 a month. There is a link to the Patreon account in the description. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day wherever you are at in the world.